Hey, February 2nd. I'm just sitting here. I'm uploading the videos that I just made here. And this probably won't get seen. This probably won't get uploaded until next week or midweek this week. But anyway, I am currently shredding mail from banks, mostly from banks. And I just wanted to say that I was thinking about it, and this made me think about life in general. There's a lot of garbage in life that we encounter on a day-to-day basis that we don't realize is garbage. And especially living in a country like the United States, where we're very privileged and we have a lot of things, and a lot of it is garbage. And I think it's necessary to be able to weed out as much as you can. Sometimes it's hard to see, and sometimes you keep stuff, and say you move to a new house or a new apartment, and you come across a bunch of stuff that's just, why did you even have it? So I try to and I do the best I can to weed out garbage before I store it in whatever means that whether it's mail like this, or material items that I buy, or a little more abstractly thoughts and memories and experiences like that that are trash that you might as well just forget, or take out of your storage banks, or put in the back of the back of your head, where it's kind of out of the way. But yeah, so just main point of this is there's a lot of trash, and this is just, my hands are hurting having to cut all this stupid mail up, and I don't see why I need mail ever. I tried to apply for or not apply for, but the paperless services for these banks, and I think this mail is from a while back before I changed over to the paperless. But I mean, garbage. So yeah, just a little fun thought I wanted to put into a video. Quick morning video here. It is February 3rd, Monday morning. I did not do my morning cardio because of this sinus congestion that I started on Friday. It went away a lot yesterday, and I didn't work out yesterday or expend an extreme amount of energy, physical energy. So I decided that I would forego the morning workout this morning in hopes that it continues to improve for my trip that I leave in 2 days for. Anyway, so the reason that I came on the little video here is because this happens all the time, but I wanted to mention it, and as an example here is I had a thought in the shower, and not just in the shower. This happens all the time anywhere that I am. But with this documentation, I try to capture it when I can. Anyway, I had a thought in the shower that I thought would be well worth noting and writing down or putting into a video form, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it in the video as soon as I get out. And it was just fleeting. It was kind of it went away, in a minute or two, and I got out of the shower and I forgot, and I put my clothes on and everything, and so I just wanted to say that happens all the time. I always have thoughts like this, and where I know it was a great thought and a good, a lot of times these thoughts are related to business techniques, management techniques, but most often they're related to human-to-human interaction and human psychology. So I think that's what the thought was this morning, but I can't recall it. So yeah, happens all the time. It's frustrating, but it goes to show how it's important to document these things, and I can go back and really use my own knowledge to my benefit in the future. So February 3rd today, Monday night, and I discussed this morning how I had a thought in the shower and forgot it, and so I'm currently watching a Kevin Hart documentary about him and his life, and I admire him a lot, and his work ethic and attitude, and things like that. So anyway, I remembered my thought that I had in the shower this morning, which, now I talked about how I oftentimes have thoughts that are productive, and then just it passes by. I have thoughts all day, and sometimes just forget them and move on and don't video, and it just becomes part of my life. But I rarely recall a thought that I wish I could have recalled. So I think it could have had something to do with the fact that I did the video in the car this morning discussing how I did forget that. But either way, I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. But anyway, what I wanted to say is I remembered the thought, and it was I want to speak and write on the topic of starting with nothing or growing up with nothing, as far as financially and materialistically, and as opposed to growing up with, they call it privileged, in a privileged situation, where you have, financial, stability and and material things. So I think that this is a very hot topic, and oftentimes, I don't know. I need to think more about it to be able to put it into words. But that's the thought that I had in the shower this morning, was to write and talk on that subject of starting from the bottom, making it to the top, as opposed to starting with things and whatnot. So I'm gonna add that to the agenda, to talk and discuss and write about. I think it's about 10 o'clock, February 3rd, Monday night. But on the topic of, on the trend of making note of my thoughts as soon as I can before they slip my mind. I had another one here while I was falling asleep, so I wanted to do a video. I have my retainer in here. But anyway, the thought I was having, I thought it was valuable, and I wanted to record it because I was definitely going to forget it and not record it if I didn't now in the moment. So I turned the light on, turned my eyes. But anyway, so I think that a proper balance between logic and emotion, logic and empathy, that balance is extremely important and difficult to achieve. And I think it's important for success in every walk of life. So, the balance between logic and empathy. Hey, February 5th here, Wednesday, and today's the day that I leave to go out of town. I didn't have enough time last night or the night before to post the videos that I've got from the weekend and everything, or for the first couple days of the week. So there won't be a video post until after the trip. However, I think I'm going to do the best I can to post TikToks. It sounds funny right now saying it, but I'll post some TikTok videos, I think, of just fun stuff. So hopefully that goes well, and I'll see how that app works. Hey, February 17th today. It's a Monday. Hair's all messed up because I wore a hat all day. So today went well. I didn't do any morning workouts. I just woke up and had an early project job site visit meeting this morning. That took the full morning. So I had a projected prospective job site, and that went well. Meeting with the client and everything like that. And then got back to the office, full-time job, and jumped into some other items. Got back here and having my salad now, finishing it up. I had to use a toothpick in my teeth before I made the video because the chia seeds get stuck in my teeth, like every tooth. But anyway, so yeah, trying to get back into the swing of things after the vacation that I just got back from. Still a little, I haven't mentioned this. I didn't mention this. No, I didn't mention it in my video that I made yesterday, on the 16th, but I'll mention it now. I just thought of it. Is post-vacation sadness. So everybody I talk to says that they suffer from it. Living alone here in Pittsburgh, so far away from my friends and family, it's a little amplified, especially after such a good trip with friends that I went on skiing. So I don't know, just to share the fact that I feel like I'm just like everybody else here, and I experience the down times. So yeah, the post-vacation sadness is it's definitely in full swing here for the past few days, and it normally lasts for a few days. The best way to combat that I've found is to work out, eat healthy, get a lot of sleep. So just stuff that helps everything. The same way you cure anything. Um, you know, living a healthy lifestyle. So that mixed with positivity, and that's how I combat it. So that's what's going on right now. Get to bed early this evening, and continue the week productively. February 18th, I'm going to do a rare post-work run because I woke up late this morning for some reason. Instead of snoozing my alarm, I turned it off on the Alexa thing. So, yeah, I'm going for a run right now, and it's about 48 degrees outside, so it's still a little chilly, so I'm getting a little coverage on the ears here. I don't have any predetermined distance or time that I'm going to run. I'm just going to go till I feel good and come back here to the apartment. February 19th today. I'm about to go for a little run. It's 40 degrees outside and getting colder. But I couldn't resist because yesterday after work I did a run and it was good and it felt really good. It was tough on my lungs, but I think that was 1.96 miles. So today I'll do something similar. Yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah, I slept a lot better last night after doing that after work and doing that kind of cardio exercise. So I'm excited, and there's a lot of people moving around at this hour. So it's kind of interesting to see all the sights. It's still light outside. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, so February 19th, I did a 2.2 mile run today. I think it was 2.3 maybe. Anyway, it was awesome after work, and I felt really good. Eat my salad now. And oh yeah, so I had a project meeting this morning, pretty early. We had to leave at 6. Before I woke up at 5 to make that, and then it went really well. I think it's gonna be a big project. It'll be a $300 million project for the EPC contractor. So for us, it'll be a big job too. And it looks like our chances are pretty good of getting that project awarded to our company. So that went very well, and worked with a few other items today at a full-time job. And I'm just relaxing tonight, or I might study a little Spanish, possibly read a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a little personality test that a good friend sent me. It's just one of those aptitude, not necessarily an aptitude test, but personality test. Just out of curiosity, because it was very accurate for him, so I'd like to take that. So I might do that after I eat my salad. All right, so it's February 21st. Yeah, it's February 21st. Today it's a Friday night. It's about 7:30, and didn't do an evening run today because I had to stay late a little bit at work at the full-time job, and it gets dark pretty early, so I didn't want to run after dark. I just finished my salad here. I had a good week. I had a lot of meetings this week out of the office and in different states, so I had to travel a little bit this week for those, but they were just day trips. And I still have a bunch of videos from before my trip to Utah that I didn't post, and then this weekend I'll take the time out to upload all of those onto the computer and put them all together for a good little bunch of little snippets. I don't have anything planned this weekend other than getting up to date with the documentary stuff, working on the website, doing some studying, and hopefully some good productivity. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. Let's see, what else do we want to discuss? For the most part, it's been a week. So for the most part, well, I had a weekend last weekend, and then it's been a week after that. But so I guess it's been a little over a week since I got back from the trip with my friends that I had a little bit of that post-vacation blues from. At this point, it's pretty much gone. That feeling of that little bit of kind of sadness and and missing the trip. It's pretty much fully gone after having a good week of exercise, sleep, and diet and everything like that. It's been nice. That's good. I'm glad that feeling's going away. And then that's probably about it for now. I'll speak more this weekend and put together some more organized discussion. So I woke up this morning. It's February 22nd today, Saturday morning. And well, I was actually thinking about it last night, but I have a couple friends who give me feedback when I post social media of me running. And so with that feedback, I have decided that since today it's going to be a pretty day, it's very nice outside, not a cloud in the sky, although it is, I think it's 30 degrees out there right now. It's supposed to get warm all day, but I'm not really worried about the temperature, but it's going to be a pretty day, so I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to just go out there and run for as long as I can. So it'll be an interesting experiment to see how long my mental capacity can handle running. So I don't know. I don't have anything scheduled for today. I don't have any finite scheduling that I've done today. So I'm just gonna run until I have to stop. And so I'm gonna see how far that goes and how long I can do that for. So I'm fueling up right now. I Googled and kind of did a little bit of research on how to best fuel up for distance running. So and I wasn't gonna get coffee this morning, but apparently caffeine is beneficial in running. So it's a win-win. I get my coffee, and I'm gonna have some coffee. I had some eggs for a little protein, a little bit of sugar. I put some glucose in the coffee, and lots of water. I woke up drinking water this morning. So yeah, we'll see how far I can get. This is exciting. All right, so I'm about to go out there and run for fun. Never thought I'd see myself running for fun, but Saturday, February 22nd, about to go out there and just, I guess, run until I run out of places to run or can't breathe. So February 22nd, Saturday afternoon, I just ran 6 miles further than I've ever run in a single time in my life. I just went out there and ran. I kind of just ran in a circle, and I kind of ended up back here at the apartment, so I stopped. But I could have kept going. Interesting feeling, because I've always wondered what it's like to run distance. I mean, I don't know what's considered distance, but 8 miles is pretty good. That's a long way in my book. But anyway, I ran back to the gym instead of coming back to the apartment, because it's like, I'll go. I did a PR on distance running. I'll do a PR on weightlifting. So I got to the gym and I tried to do my chest muscles. I tried to do some bench press and max out, and not even close. All the blood, all the oxygen is in my legs, and all the rest of the running areas. So I'm not even close to being able to push that weight up. But I think I did 1 rep of 225. That was it. But not that means anything. But yeah, so I called it quits on that, and I just did lightweight. I just did some light, high rep weight for some other muscle groups, some shoulders and biceps. So just to make do with the time going to the gym. But I'm really happy about the run, the 8 mile run. I think I was like almost a 10-minute mile pace, but that wasn't the goal. I got to one point in the run where first off, there was a lot of bridges. I think I did maybe 3 or 4 bridge crossings, which those are tough on the inclines. But the toughest part of the entire run was I made a turn and went across one of the bridges, and it was a bad turn because the bridge led up to a mountain on the other side of the bridge, and there was a staircase on the side of that mountain, a pedestrian staircase, and it was probably maybe 1,000 steps. I mean, it was probably 200 feet vertical, and then all steps. It was insane. It was really tough. But once you level it back out after that, it's actually pretty. You get back to normal, and it doesn't take away from the run as much. But during that time, that's tough. And then the second hardest part of the run was when I got into the city. I went through the city from south to north to cross over and then follow the shoreline again to get back to the. And that was maybe about a half a mile. It's not very far between the city right there by one of the universities over there, and that was the second hardest part because of all the cars and all the stops. And there's a Penguins hockey game today, and it was starting about 30 minutes from when I was running through, and so there's just crowds of people and cars, and it was really just I was just making turns just to avoid all that and stuff. And but man, that was cool. That was fun. And one thing I thought of while I was doing the run was it's like discussing a runner's high. And this is just a kind of a funny theory that I thought of while I was running, but I think a runner's high could be the fact that just getting back to normal. Excuse me. If you run so much and you make yourself so miserable running that long distance, that just getting back to normal after you run feels like a high. So I think that's just my theory now, but I know there's definitely endorphins involved and things like that, and dopamine and stuff, but I just thought it was funny. It's like, he's so miserable running like that. You're just like, man, and you stop finally, and it just feels amazing because you're not doing the miserable thing anymore. But anyway, that was fun, and I'll get to some other activities this afternoon. Hey, Sunday, February 23rd today, Sunday evening. I'm just sitting here working on some of these videos that I've had for the past few weeks, or a couple weeks. I had some from early February that I hadn't posted, and some from recently. So I just want to make a comment here this evening and say that because I never really did a follow up on the 8-mile run that I did yesterday, which was Saturday. I went out there and just kind of ran and ended up running 8 miles, and it was I ran 8 miles in an hour and 17 minutes, I think it was. But the only reason I stopped was because I got back here around to my apartment. And so I completed the circle. I didn't know, I mean, it was only 8 miles because that was what it ended up being. So I remember clearly thinking to myself when I was getting back here, wow, I can just keep on going. It felt like when I got to about mile 3 or 4, which 3 miles is a mile further than I've ever run in my entire life. So once I broke that 2-mile mark, and got to the 3-mile mark, I was like, all right, well, I guess this is just how it's going to be and how it's going to feel. I got to some stairs that were really difficult, probably like 1,000 steps up a mountain after I crossed one of the bridges, but that was tough. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty simple, and I got it done pretty well and without too much struggle. And so I was like, wow, that was easy. I can do that anytime. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Well, I woke up this morning and my knees, the joints, my knees are just in massive, massive pain. So, and then I do have some calf soreness and a little bit of leg soreness, muscle soreness, but man, those joints, my knees, horrible, horrible pain. So I guess that's one of the downsides there to that distance running. But I guess I'll look into getting some new shoes or something like that if I'm going to continue this pattern. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little follow up. That's my follow up on that, and how I'm feeling today after that.